What is going on, PPU fam? It's your boy, and we're back with the last battle of week, whatever the week this is. I believe it's 4. I could be wrong because it's been such a long week, and it's finally coming to a close with the most important battle thus far in the PPU. We have the Boston Braviarys, a team that is undefeated currently, against the Seattle Sceptiles, another team that is undefeated currently. So this is going to come back down to it. Boston Braviarys are an OG team from the PPU, and they've been getting better and better each battle this season, and they've already notoriously been pretty good battles, a battler altogether, making it to like high 1600s with a Typhlosion on the OU ladder in Gen 7 and an Ampharos. Like, he uses what he likes and it works. He's a decent battler. And then we have Wadi, the coach of the Seattle Sceptiles, who is a very good VGC battler. Not the best in I shouldn't say not the best in singles. He's unfamiliar with singles, but like, he still is an undefeated team, and he's been shown his worth so far as a singles battler. And I mean, he's undefeated. He's beaten me. So yeah, we're gonna pause until we get into the battle, but this is hype, guys, and I'll see you guys then. And we are good to go and start the battle. Now we see a very interesting team brought by Wadi. He has Butterfree. But we see Swampert, Gliscor, Durant. Ooh, Tyranitar versus Night Guy. Now, if Night Guy is carrying the superpower, which I know for a fact it's not, this is a little awkward for Night Guy. Swampert Wabtendo is in the battle as T-Tar sets up the rocks. It's a nice, that was a really good lead matchup by Wadi. T-Tar is now toxic on the timer as Crunch does a measly critical hit defense drop at a 42%. A little unfortunate there, but T-Tar is going to be scared out probably from an Earthquake as Shrooms comes in to play on a Crunch doing 31%. Gets another defense drop. Jeez, wow, this is... Wadi has luck in his favor so far. Those are 20% drop chances. That is very unfortunate. So we're going to see what happens here. Hurt might have to come back in. Wadi's free to go for another Crunch here. There is literally no drawback to not clicking Crunch or Stone Edge here. Crunch is the better of the two since it covers a Swampert switch in, as the Boston Braviarys are likely to go to that. Gliscor is also an option, I guess, if you want to start Gliscoring things up. And we're gonna see what goes on here. That was very, very fortunate for Wadi's case to get those defense drops. Got a crit defense drop into another defense drop. It's Pokemon. What are you gonna do? You love it and you hate it. So KP, the Durant, comes into battle on another Crunch. It's resisted. I forgot. This is Gen 5 mechanics. And Durant puts on so much pressure on Wadi's team right now. And this is a Banded Durant, I know that for a fact, carrying Iron Head, X-Scissor, Superpower, and Baton Pass. Baton Pass is a nice tech to always get the initiative since it forces so much switches. You go straight for an X-Scissor, and down goes the Tyranitar. There we go, KP. I love that name, KP. It's actually, KP comes from my sophomore year tennis, the tennis captain, we called him KP. And it's Durant, so it's like KD, but we made it KP. That's the backstory to KP the Durant. Butterfree comes in. Now, it does have access to Quiver Dance, but you have to remember, there's a Ditto that could just take your boost and just Hurricane you, if it gets Hurricane this gen. It does have Tinted Lens and Compound Eyes, so dash, learn, Butterfree. Goes for a Tailwind, okay. Using Butterfree and not Whimsicott. Hurricane. Gen 5. I don't remember how to do it. But Butterfree just sets up the Tailwind, and that's interesting. I mean, that's going to make Rotom fast. That's going to make Excadrill even faster. Wait a second. No, never mind. Throws off a Bug Buzz. It's a crit again. Oh my god, Wadi. You gotta calm down, boy, with these crits. Man. But, Excadrill, I mean, Gliscor could just... Sorry, I'm moving. Could just throw off a Rooster. I mean, is it gonna be Tinted Lens? That might be Tinted Lens damage, but that's a crit, so I don't know. Clams can throw... It can throw off a Facade. It's really free. As Butterfree... He could go switch into, Rotom, or he could just go for another Bug Buzz, I guess. I don't know. It could have been Sash, but like with the sand. All right, Bug Buzz does 18% as a Facade comes out, knocks out the Butterfree. So, what's this? Gliscor picks up a kill, and now the Boston Braviarys, despite all the bad luck in the beginning, are now up 6-4. So Rotom comes in, immediately goes into Shrooms on. Nice, my Chinese restaurant is open for business. On Hydro Pump gets brought in, or Amoonguss is brought in on the Hydro Pump, sorry. And he could throw off a Spore here. I mean, nobody's going to appreciate a Spore. I'm really curious to what that Butterfree was supposed to do with the Tailwind. Alright, if Volt's out, is someone going to be put to sleep? Is someone going to be Giga Drained? Mew does seem like a very threatening Mon, but Durant outspeeds it. Again, it's a Durant. It's going to have to hit something. But Smeargle comes in. Is it the Sleep Fodder? It is indeed the Sleep Fodder. So we're going to see what happens here. Swampert could come in to try to get the rocks up in case it is Sash Drill. But I really don't... I think it would be Life Orb Drill, right? To put on as much damage as possible. I mean, Drill at +2 decimates the Braviarys team now. But they have to be careful because there's a Ditto who could just revenge kill it. Alright, Mew is brought in on Night Guy. Now that's a very good prediction, and I know this is a special Honchkrow that you guys will see why in a second. If Mew is willing to try to take a Sucker Punch, I guess. I don't know. Might be fearing a Scarf Honchkrow, but this is actually a sub-Nasty Plot Honchkrow with Dark Pulse and Hidden Power Fighting. Very interesting set, and it doesn't even have Moxie, it has Insomnia. Oh my god, my dog is going crazy outside. I don't know if I was supposed to bring that up. Goes for an Aura Sphere. Does a little bit. Tries to set up a sub, but unfortunately cannot capitalize on the Aura Sphere not knocking it out. I mean, in case Mew was afraid of a Sucker Punch, that was a good play, but Dark Pulse would have picked up a KO there, and that's unfortunate for the Braviarys case. KP to Durant is now brought into battle. We could see what's Gliscor at. It's only at 54, and it's going to be at like 38 when it comes in. That's a lie. That's 54 minus 12. It's going to be at that percent. Thank you. Coach of the Hartford Wailords is right here watching the battle. The mathematician himself. Night Guy. Alright. Smeargle is brought in and sacked right away to KP's X-Scissor. We're going to see what happens here now. What's Rotom at? Full? Rotom is at full. But it gets completely shut down by Amoonguss, who's at 46 plus 33 minus 12. Mathematician, do that. It's going to be brought in at 67%. So we're going to see what happens here. Excadrill could come in and try to revenge kill this, but that invites in Gliscor unless it wants to throw off an Iron Head. I think Excadrill is going to be the one that gets brought into battle. Rotom actually is. Rotom's going to Volt out probably on the Amoonguss. Bring in Mew, right? And that's what's going to happen here, most likely. And it is an offensive Mew, so it probably is going to be Nasty Plot, is my guess. So Mew does come in, and won't be able to take a Psychic. Is it Life Orb? It is Life Orb. Wadi does love his offensive Psychic Life Orb Mew. And Psychic does come out, And down goes Amoonguss. Now that's a big blow to the Braviarys team, but is KP going to come back in? KP comes right back into the battle, and it can throw off an X Scissor. There's no drawbacks to that. It's going to do a hefty chunk to Excadrill if it lands. Fortunately, it doesn't. That's the thing with Durant. Every single one of its moves is only 80% accurate. So, looks like Ditto's going to have to try to come in here. That sucks, but that's what Durant does. So we're going to see what happens here. Gliscor can't really come in fear of Ice Beam. Swampert wants... Swampert doesn't do too much now. It did its job against Tyranitar. It comes in. It'll be able to knock it out with an Earthquake, but it invites in. There's an Energy Ball. Mew gets brought down to 8% with the Sandstorm plus Life Orb recoil. Ditto's going to have to come in here, yeah. Jim, identity theft is not a joke, Jim. And we know it has those 3 moves. Energy Ball is the way to go here. It'll, in case Rotom wants to come in, it's going to do some damage. Knocks out the Mew, which is nice. Now, the thing is, Wadi was smart to keep Rotom as healthy as possible because Mew cannot get the Excadrill and sweep with Earthquake. Unless it's Mold Breaker. If it's Mold Breaker, the Braviarys win. Cutting through Rotom's Levitate. Wash comes in. Wash Tom. I wonder why. I mean, now it's going to be able to get a heavy hit off with Energy Ball, doing probably around 60%. 47, it's Spadef Rotom. And it Thunder Waves. Synchronizes that back to Rotom, which is nice, but that was a very smart play by Wadi there. Because now Ditto won't be able to revenge kill that Excadrill. Again, Gliscor is healthy, but I don't think it's going to be healthy enough to eat an Iron Head because it's physically offensive. Wash Tom Hydro Pumps the Ditto, bringing it down to 15%. Rotom's at 7. This is a close match. Energy Ball knocks out so Wadi's down to only Excadrill, but Ditto can no longer revenge kill as its speed is halved. Now, big boy Excadrill, everybody's feared of this, and it sometimes doesn't even get to come into battle. It is not Mold Breaker, so it is indeed Sand Rush, meaning its speed is doubled. Didn't think it would be Mold Breaker, but for the people at home, it's not Mold Breaker. So yeah, and Ditto also will die to rocks now, so it's gonna have to throw off some Energy Balls and hope for some crits or something to go Boston Braviary's way. But it looks like Wadi has this cleaned up. Earthquake into an Iron Head. Fortunately, the Honchkrow did not do much this game. Iron Head comes out. Is it Life Orb? We do not see a Life Orb, so it might be Sash. Gliscor comes in at 41. It might die to an Iron Head. Rock Slide comes out, only doing 26. As an Earthquake comes out, brings it down to the Sash. And now, it comes down to this. Does Wadi have Iron Head? Rock Slide comes out, and he gets the roll on... Wow. That's all I can say. What a battle. So, Wadi's Seattle Sceptiles continue to win. Now at 4-0, while the Boston Braviaries lose by a sash. And this was a great one. Was there no Iron Head? What was he? Alright, so I'll see you guys next week. This was a very good week for the PPU.